this because this is one of the more recent articles that I just put out. Okay, and this is in regards to, because I remember when you showed me this, then I saw this picture right here. I said, now I remember, I wasn't here that day, but I remember the people talking about it. And nobody ever mentioned who this guy, well, they mentioned who he was, but I don't remember him. You know, I wasn't down in Georgia at the time. But I do remember they said they were talking to some of these elected officials in Georgia was talking about it. And then when I saw it, I said, okay. Then I talked to some other people who were there, who saw that, and said, who? Who? Yeah, they're saying that is Johnny Eugene Brown. That was, I was like, he said, man, no way. Yeah. I said, dude. And that's, and as we go on, so I'm not going to go into great detail with it, because I don't want people to read the article, or go to your page, or, you know, I just want to see this. But this just is another example of the lack of research, proper methodology. They lack it. They don't know how to do it. You had one guy that just got out of prison or whatever, because I really wish I knew what he was in prison for, so then I can let the world know. But it's really strange to me how a husband just leave prison, because I know a lot of hustlers, I know a lot of gangsters and killers. How you want to be in prison and then come home and then defend child molestation? Something ain't right with it. But I mean, that's another story. But this just is another example of how the gaslighting process is taking place. On page 254. And they can take the picture. Look at this, man. So we're supposed to look at this and say, oh, see, they was wrong. They not knew after who knew.
They was running around like they had found the Holy Grail. I was just like laughing like, yo. That's not that, man. In no shape or form, but they again, they don't realize that they have become the same people that they used to beat up when York was out. That y'all have psyched y'all own selves out to make yourself believe that somebody is somebody else. And the evidence came. Shout out to Mark Love one more time. I want to give a big shout out to that brother, because he the one that was in our group that said it was a guest, and he told people that, and that led to what you see right here. So I definitely want to keep shouting. Now every time this topic come up, I'm gonna shout out Mark.
Absolutely, give that brother a round of applause.
For real.
Sound effects.
Yeah, man.
So just when you look at it, and you can go right to the YouTube channel and watch it. In that, this is the same guy. Mm-hmm. This is the same guy.
Same guy.
Ain't him. Why are they lying on the deceased?
And this right here is that picture you put right there, just the forefront, and the fact you can see, you know, the freckles and stuff. Afro don't have no freckles.
The skin, yes, the freckle. Yeah. And so wait a minute. So see now, they suffer from that skill science called leadership. Mm-hmm. And then that psychosis, they look and say, oh, do you see the sideburns? Yeah, you don't see the sideburns.
Leadership. That's exactly what they did. Al Carter set them up. Al Carter set them up once again. The Luciferian, Al Carter. That's your biggest fan right there. Al Carter love you. Al Carter threw it out there, and even when he threw it out there, and it's crazy because people got my attention on it. The day he dropped that picture in the group, he was like, yo, you know, I wonder blah, 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 blah. And we was debating him the same day he put this crap out. And he still didn't know, because people pressed him on it like, yo, you know, Afro was taught by a tall Sudanese man, and she's like, okay, what else? Oh, I don't know, but that happened before I was born. Why are you passing on information and then you gonna say, oh, I wasn't born? Al is famous for this type of foolishness. But this time it worked against them,
right.
And they bit it like a fish. And I'm pretty sure Al is rolling because Al said he took this picture. So Al knew who this person was. But he threw it out there. And that's the funny thing about it. If you didn't know that, Al took credit for taking that picture on the land.
Okay. So right here, you can see. I mean, because this was in 2001. And this is in the life of, this was on a couple of years before his passing, which was around 2012. And as you can see, the age progression, they're still the same features. So look at that! Look at that!
When we was looking for him, I'm like, if this guy was a politician and he died a couple years ago, I said he gotta be somewhere on YouTube or something. That's why I just kept looking, and then eventually the video popped up. Especially with his history, I said, man, somebody he had to be known because they was bigging him up since the 70s. He been doing, he was the first black this, the first black that. I said, so it got to be some more than just pictures, and man, that came up. I said, yo, that's it. So we definitely need to get his people involved, which I'm still looking into that with some of the folks. I'm contacting a couple of people, and that'll come on and clean them on up. These Nuwaupian, Sabian, rogue Negroes, they just so hard up for wanting York to be the greatest of all things.
Cognitive dissonance.
And it makes no sense. He didn't teach Afro. The man, you're already, when you're done, I'm gonna show that book and all that when you finish.
So,
and I know him personally. This guy here to the right. Yeah. I know him personally. I got his.
I know.
That's Reverend.
That's Smith.
Reverend Smith. Yeah, I got his.
Yeah, I remember him. How big dude. I remember him.
He in Augusta. His daughter went to school with my niece, so I know Reverend Smith. I've been knowing him for years.
Yeah, good guy.
He had the business himself. He came out of NAACP and put his reputation on the line for York.
Absolutely.
When all that stuff happened, that really messed that man's credit.
He ruined not just him. He also ruined Jack Ellis's.
Yeah, I remember that.
And a whole bunch of other people. I remember when we were asked to come down from DC and down to Georgia because Jesse Jackson was going to be on the property. Now Jesse was doing his voter registration drive down throughout the South, and of course he was talking to coming down there to the Nuwaupian village, and he came down there. Of course, the Nuwaupians wanted to exploit that because we were standing doing security, and I watched it all. I was standing on the side. Me and brother Jonathan Johnson, we were doing security. Big Tech, shout out to Big Tech. And he was looking at when Jesse was over by the stage, and then he tried to put the Nuwaupian fez on his head. The one with the hunk. He tried to put it on his head, and then he took it, and then he pretended like, said, "Hey, put it on, Jesse, put it on." He put it almost up. Then he didn't put it on. Right. He didn't put it on. Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, in the Nuwaupian Bulletin comes out, you got these a-holes superimposed through Photoshop, a primitive form of Photoshop, put the fez on Jesse's head and gave the impression that Jesse Jackson was in Nuwaupian.
Curly baby.
I remember that. I remember you broke that down a couple of times. Jesse is nobody to be.
Especially since York said he was involved. Well, I ain't even going to all that. But yeah, York never came, and here's the thing, York never came out that day either. He didn't come out to meet Jesse. He didn't take any pictures with Jesse. Now he wasn't when Al came down. But no, he was there. He was there, but he didn't come out.
He probably watched that interview where what his name is. He died now. I suppose
he just wanted to use anybody. Listen, York was a skillful manipulator. He was a skillful manipulator. He would have people come down under some false pretense and then have pictures taken with them, and the next thing you know, they put out a book saying that they are with him, or he touched their lives. Like if you look at the book, Whatever Happened to the Nubian Islamic Hebrews, he has a whole slew of young rappers, and giving the impression in the book that they were Nubian. They were part of the Ansar community in some way.
I want to let me throw this in here real quick. Give him quick.
Stop.
You keep it. I ain't had a shit in it. I just wanted to make this statement that you'll probably watch Stokely Carmichael. No, was it Stokely Carmichael? Hold on. Yeah, Steve Coakley. I'm sorry. He probably seen Steve Coakley's VHS about how Jesse had something to do with MLK getting shot.
Okay. Now, because I was in the Steve Coakley's crew for a while, up until he died. I remember that. I remember the lectures that he gave on that at the Blackbird Center. We would talk about it after the lecture. He would be at George Avenue Cafe. Me, Steve, Dick Gregory. What's the brother that passed away recently? Comic.
Comic that just died.
Yeah, he recently passed away. Negro Doms.
Oh yeah, Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney was there. Because after the lecture, because Steve lived up in Silver Spring, Maryland. So, when I would have my table, he would come down from time to time, and I could, pass his flyers out for a lecture. Yeah, and I remember him talking about that, and because I don't want to deviate too far from it, but that may have been something that he referenced, because York did definitely know of Steve Coakley, because I gave him videos of Steve Coakley. And when I was doing my classes, when we would talk about the Archon or the Sigma Pi Phi, we were talking about the play. Right. That was something that York never talked about. It wasn't in the document. So when I would talk about it in my classes, he never said you shouldn't be teaching that in your classes. So he kept it in there. And I assume he must have studied up on it. And that may have made him apprehensive. Because even years ago, he did mention something to that effect regarding Jesse Jackson. I'm going to leave that alone for something else. But getting back to the lookership, Nuwaupians should have at least remembered the past, the dirty past, when they assumed, based on that pseudoscience of lookership, and said that anybody, you see this picture here? This is from a video.
I remember that.
Yeah. But for the people who may be seeing this for the first time, this gentleman here was pumping gas at a gas station in Georgia.
You need to click that. They need to see that. Yo, you need to click on that link. Let them see that. They gotta see this foolishness. I remember when they was passing this video around on my doctor. You don't riding around.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready? Ready!
Yeah. So, I'm getting way ahead of myself. So I'm gonna conclude this. I'm gonna conclude.
Trying to get back to the post. Can't you just hit the arrow and go back?
Yeah. So this is some of one of the points that I was making. Like,
Okay, that's how you.
So what my point was, they should have learned their lesson from watching this stuff.
Oh yeah, let's not forget. Not only not just they exploit the individuals that we talked about here, they also exploited Prodigy and got his name in the book. Now, I remember him talking about he read some of Dr. Neal's books in jail. It's just Prodigy, Rest in Power, was part of aware of York's plagiarism. Yeah. You know, and they think that when he died, it was because of that. No, that had nothing to do with that. That information is old stuff that they putting out now will get you killed more so than that. Because when I did my own studying, a lot of that information was already gone. It was old when York did it to us. We just didn't know it.
Yeah.